Welcome to Dunestone Redemption. This is our small screen section of the podcast. We're going to talk about things we're watching on TV, things coming out, things we're excited about. So you got a list there, Oath Man?
I don't have a list, but I thought I'd kick it to Russell because he had some good comments this morning about what he's been watching.
Well, have you guys watched any of that happen, Leonard?
Never heard of it.
Have I never brought this up before?
No. I had not heard of it.
There's 3 seasons of it on Amazon Prime. I watched it last summer. It's fantastic. It's. I very rarely get into like memorabilia and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And I watched the first season and I got online and was like, how do I get a Happen Leonard t-shirt? Okay. I need to let the rest of the world know that I like this show. Okay. How do I find a ball cap? And that's not me. I'm not that guy.
Not that guy.
Every shirt I wear has a bear on it.
Talk to me about what it is.
Well, it's Omar from The Wire, or Chalky White from Boardwalk Empire,
okay,
and James Purefoy. He
was the original Punisher.
Well, was he the original? No, he was I think he was like the bad guy.
Okay,
maybe in the original. He's Solomon Kane. He was in that show Rome.
Oh, okay, that's
the second I bring his face up, you'll know exactly who I'm talking about. He was in that show with Kevin Bacon where he played the psycho as well. But what's totally awesome about the show, they're best friends.
Okay.
They kind of, it's like Dukes of Hazzards meets Starsky and Hutch or something.
The Following.
They're The Following, yeah, that's the one that Purefoy was the bad
Following.
guy.
The TV show.
Oh, yeah, God, I watched all of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so, but what's funny is, I think it takes place in Louisiana, and I love James Purefoy's southern voice in the whole thing, Hap. It is so terrible, and it just totally makes the show.
At the same time.
Totally makes the show. That's him.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, he was the bad guy in the hat.
He was,
But there's 3 seasons of it.
Following.
You will watch those 3 seasons in one weekend.
Really?
I guarantee you will.
And what's the plot, though? What are they doing?
Well, they're just lifelong best friends who kind of get they're troublemakers.
Okay.
Who kind of, but they're good guys. So it's like Dukes of Hazzards almost, and they're constantly getting involved in some kind of wrongdoings or finding somebody. I think one of them does kind of maybe pimp himself out as a private detective or something like that. I'm not sure. But it's so besides the point. They're out doing good and trying to help people, and they're kind of idiots, but they're hearts of gold.
Uh-huh.
And they go through a lot of trials and tribulations, and in the end, it's their friendship that makes you want to really just watch this show. More than anything. And James Purefoy's just fabulous Southern accent.
I think you just like saying his name.
It's just awesome. His accent in that is hilarious. The other one that I've been watching that I like is Sex Education on Netflix. It's got that Asia Butterfield. He was Ender from Ender's Game.
Okay.
He was also in something else that we liked, but I don't remember what it was.
It was the one I liked, that Mrs. Peregrine's Home for the Peculiar.
Yeah, he was the main protagonist in that film.
I like that one.
But it's pretty good. It's.
How long are the episodes?
Oh, I want to say they're 45 minutes or so. Okay. They're some of them. I don't know if they're standard length though.
Gotcha.
What's it about?
It's about a boy. Gillian Anderson is his mother, and she is a sex therapist. James Purefoy is his father. He's barely in the show though, and they are somewhat famous sex therapists. He's their sexually repressed son, who starts opening kind of a sex therapy clinic for his fellow students in high school.
Oh.
And it takes place it's an English show, but it's lighthearted and it's kind of crude, but it's funny, but that it does touch on some real stuff.
The trailers look good.
It's not promoting, everybody young go out and have sex. It's just showing that.
How often do they talk about hammer fisting?
Not once.
Really?
Not once has the term hammer nor fist come up in that show whatsoever.
The only thing I love to do.
You are just a bad man. But it's really good. I think you guys will like it. It's
I'll check it out.
it's kind of a romantic comedy. I mean, you really get this 80s vibe the whole time. They're really kind of going back to an 80s romantic comedy with it. But the characters are all English and multicultural and LGBTQ and everything. It's all good.
Easy. How good is The Punisher?
Ah, man, I'm only 3 episodes in, and what I do when I watch something like that is I'm kind of the opposite. I'll watch 3 episodes, and then I'll stop watching it because I just think I don't want to not have this to watch.
I do the same thing.
So that's how you know it's good.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
It's like I don't want to binge this because I love it so much.
It was, I mean, you watch the first episode, and it's like, okay.
That bar fight scene.
Yes!
That fight scene. It's like
It
what?
was awesome.
Yeah.
Man, I haven't seen it.
Well,
So good.
it's just, it's that whole, he's out of trouble.
Yep.
He's minding his own business,
He gets pulled in.
and then he gets sucked back in.
But I
And
hate
the plot
that
for
girl.
Peppermint
I
2.
hate that girl. I'm like, just kill her.
Oh, yeah,
I
yeah.
hate her.
How
Is it
far
the
are you
redheaded
into
gal
it?
from Daredevil?
I'm sorry.
Is it the redheaded
No,
gal
no,
from
no.
Daredevil?
No.
Okay.
It's a new character.
Okay, good.
The new character. I think 5, and I finally said I gotta stop. So I
Okay.
think I'm 5.
I watched the first 3. They just the sheriff's office
Okay, that's
just
good.
got
So
through that.
he's heading back to New York. So
That's correct.
Yeah.
So
I think Billy Russo's starting to really pick up.
yeah. I am super excited about that. I'm sure that Netflix will cancel it at the end of the
I
season.
know.
But from what I understand, this one is doing better than the reason they canceled
I love
Was
Punisher.
Daredevil
Not
doing
doing
bad?
Daredevil did well, but
Yeah.
it didn't do well to their expectations. And I think it didn't do well to their expectations because Iron Fist the second season sucked.
Oh,
Luke
I
Cage
stopped
the
watching
second
it.
season, terrible.
Never watched it.
Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones
second
was
season.
okay.
I didn't like the second.
She was that one was okay,
I
but
didn't
the
like
other
her as an actress.
but the other two were just ugh. Blah. So if this one, if it can keep the pace going, even that last season of Daredevil needed to be cut down.
Yeah, it did. I
It
agree.
needed to have an episode or 2
But
missing.
that Bullseye character was so good in that. That's why I thought they'd keep that going.
So
Mhm.
what we're watching is now this is not off the rails, okay? But we're watching. I talked about the British Baking Show.
Yep.
We're watching that as a family,
That's good.
and that's good. We're finishing up. Nailed It.
Neil, that's good.
That is so good. But I'm going to talk for a second about an online show that I watch now.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you guys even know about it, but you ever watch Good Mythical Morning?
I've heard about it. Is it good?
Oh my gosh. And so every night we're watching 2 or 3 10 to 12 minute.
This is what we talk about
episodes.
Wednesdays. Why I've heard about it.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Absolutely. I mean, I can watch it with my child, and me and Bridget laugh the entire time. It's worth. Just watch them do some food tasting. Like, what got us hooked? They blindfold them and they serve them fast food cheeseburgers,
Mhm.
and they're trying to pick where they're from.
Okay.
It's that simple of a concept, but you will laugh your butt off.
I like it. Are the guys in it? I think I've
Yeah.
seen them.
So they also have a podcast that they do.
Yeah.
Kind of started as internet guys. I looked into going. They've got a tour. They're coming through to St.
cool.
Louis.
Yeah.
We were gonna go, but it's about $70 a ticket.
Damn.
That's out of my price
And
range.
5 hours that way and 5
Yeah.
hours back.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Have you guys noticed that tickets to everything are just so much
So
more
expensive.
expensive than they used to be?
Yeah.
We looked into seeing Elton John, and they started at $150.
Well, and I understand Elton John is, he's commanding $150, $400 a ticket if it's a really good ticket.
Right.
I get that. These guys, why are their tickets $70 a piece?
Because everything is.
Why bands that you haven't really heard of that they'll talk about on the radio, they've got that one song I kind of like, and they're like, and you look up the ticket, and the ticket's like $60.
Well, Bridge went and saw Counting Crows last summer
They
for,
put on a good show,
for
though.
like $21.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, and she goes, we need to start doing that.
Yeah.
Was it Starlight or
At
something?
Starlight.
Yeah, you can catch like some of the summer
$41.
ones, like the old ones.
We
Yeah,
went and
but
saw the Impractical Jokers at Starlight, and that
Oh.
cost $100 a ticket. She wanted to do that, and I was like, "Are you serious? You
We
wanna
wanted to do
this?"
it, but our kid would kill us if we saw it without her.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
it's totally not appropriate.
It definitely was not. It was funny, but it wasn't appropriate.
Right. But
Um,
$100?
Yeah.
Holy crap! Yeah,
I like
It's
this.
just-
It wasn't worth it. I mean,
Yeah.
it was fun, but it wasn't.
Now,
like
was there a
Steve-
big crowd there?
It was packed.
Was it?
It was
Full.
packed.
I mean, I guess it's supply and demand.
Yeah, that Steve Martin one, we paid $120 of a ticket, and like that was like crazy packed, but that was worth it.
Yeah,
That
I would
was-
imagine
and
so.
He was out there all night.
Yeah, it's Steve Martin and Martin Short. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, they can command that price.
yeah, they're going to command that price, and they're especially because they're playing a little bit smaller venues too. They're not doing the Sprint Center.
right.
But I'm just like,
Do you ever feel like old men where you go,
How expensive?
how
is this?
expensive is that? You know, it's like, but gas hasn't raised in
No.
price.
I don't have my parents' money. That's all I know. I don't have parents' money.
You know, milk's still $4, costing me $100 to go see somebody you ain't never heard of.
Coffee's
Yeah.
expensive.
yeah,
Well, the one that I've been watching outside the Punisher, which I love, is one I was talking to Russell about. It's called Generation Cool. It's on Netflix. And it's this guy, he lives in Tucson, and he owns a consignment store. Not really a consignment store, more of a shop.
Okay.
And it's Generation Cool. I don't think we met the lead character if we'd ever want to hang out with this guy. Like, I don't think, just personally, the three of us wouldn't like
Like
this
you
guy.
would smell.
Yeah, but he'd smell and he just wouldn't be a fan of ours. Anyway, he sells all like old retro 80s and 90s like Gucci and like Ghostbuster toys and just all this stuff from like when we grew up, and makes so much money doing it. And so the first episode's hard to get into because it's all about the sneakers that he sells, and I'm not a sneakerhead. And so if you can get past episode 1, it gets so much better.
Is that
And
is the picture for it like a tennis shoe with a dollar sign or something?
the picture for it looks like an old like Capcom
Okay.
or like Nintendo logo.
Okay.
And he sells old video games, and they do some outfits, some shoes. It's
where are
really
you
good.
watching it?
I'm watching it on Netflix, and the other reason I like it, they're 20-minute.
It's
long
on
episodes.
Netflix? Cool.
Yeah. So they're only 20 minutes long, so you can watch a few in the background. But every now and then,
Yeah.
you're like, I had that shirt, or I remember seeing people rock that Gucci, or
Yeah.
that, and that's what I love about it. And he is very charismatic. You can tell, and he's got to be in the world that he lives in, because he's buying for celebrities and lots of people. So if you get into like the third or fourth episode, it's pretty awesome. Is it not showing up? Am I saying it right? Generation
I
Cool.
see it on YouTube. Generation Cool is coming up on YouTube.
I just watched all these on Netflix just because I found it Sunday before the Chiefs game is what I was watching.
Generation Cool is the name of the store.
Okay, maybe it's not that. I'm sorry. Generation. What is the name of the thing? See, I type in. It's called Slobby's World on
Okay.
Netflix.
So you remember
Have you
when
seen that?
No, but what I was saying is I was going through here and I said Slobby's World. Look at this. That remember what I just asked you about what the icon was?
Yes.
It's a tennis shoe with the dollar sign.
You're
on it.
right. Well, and the reason you know why I originally clicked on this is no lie. Those are the Back to the Future Pizza Hut glasses
Yeah,
that I still have. I'm like,
You still have those?
I go,
I
those
remember
are my
having
glasses. Like, what show is that? And so I watched one episode. I'm like, all right, I'll give it another chance. I like the short. It's not 40 minutes.
Gotcha.
That's the other thing. So I love it. You guys might.
I saw that with the shoe and the dollar sign the other
Yes.
night when I was scrolling through and went, what is this?
Try it, and if you don't, try it. Maybe just jump into the second episode.
So the show, to clarify,
Yes.
the show is called Slobby's World.
World. Yes.
Okay.
The store is Generation Cool.
That's correct. Okay.
I'm like, my parents live not too far from Tucson. That I looked it up. Tucson's in the middle of nowhere. Like, there's no way I'm going out there. But anyway.
Yeah, there we go. Here's a little synopsis on Netflix. Welcome to the irreverent world of Robert Hall, aka Slobby Robbie, a pop culture junkie who buys and sells collectible goods from the 80s and 90s.
Yeah. Well, and he had like all these. He bought all these baseball hats, like the shark tooth hats. Remember those logos with like the basketball and
Mhm.
Yeah.
and remember those? Everyone had one. It was the starter over jacket that was like a hoodie, kind of had the half zip. Had the.
I had a Philadelphia Eagles.
I
one.
have
had
a Chiefs one somewhere.
See, yeah.
Yeah.
And he sold them for so much money. It's like I need to get back
The
on
starter
that.
coat.
Did you
Yeah.
see they came out with those new ones for Kansas City and they sold out same day?
I did
Oh,
not
wow,
know that.
uh-uh.
The white ones.
Oh,
It
cool.
looks just like the one I had,
Yeah,
but
I had the red one.
I cannot
Terrible.
find my
They're
red and black
the
one.
ugliest jackets ever.
They were,
so
and everyone had one.
I had
remember-
one, wore it all the time.
I had a Charlotte Hornets one. It was so ugly.
Yeah, of course you did. That teal one?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
teal one.
Yes, yes, yes.
I bought that with my own money. My parents were like, "That's ugly. You're not getting it." So I bought it with my own money. Yeah, it's ugly thing. Well, that's what I've been watching. Those two, and I love both of them.
Fantastic. Well, I'm going to give some of them a shot and we talk about those next month.
Cool.
Yeah, and hit us up on Facebook or Instagram or what's the other one? Twitter.
Twitter.
We're even on our website. You can send us an email.
How old are we? We were like, what's that one?
What's that one?
Is it the Foursquare? Are we on the Foursquare?
What's the tweeting? What's the tweeting?
Are we on the Yelp?
What is a Spotify?
Yeah.
You guys will have to explain that to me sometime. I don't know.
Are we on the Tinder yet?
Are we supposed to be?
I think so.
Wait, we're on Grindr. Catch us on Grindr.
I think I know what that is, but
I'm not really sure either.
Man.
I'm not really sure
We're on
either.
Tumblr. That's
Yeah,
all
get
good.
us the Snapchat, but
Yeah.
let us know if you have any suggestions on shows that you like
Or
that you
help
think
us
that
set
we
up
should
our
be watching.
MySpace.
Yeah,
MySpace. Yeah.
MySpace.
Hopefully Tom
Mine's
will
still
go.
there.
What?
Yeah, I looked last year. Yeah,
How do you still get into that?
you go in and you do a forgot password.
Timberlake owns that now.
Does he really?
Yeah, he bought that.
That's interesting.
Why?
Because he just likes to collect shit.
When you got money, I guess he's spending on stuff.
He's like, hey, I'll collect this.
Why do I have pop figures? Because I'm stupid and waste money. Justin's stupid and wastes money too.
There you go. He
He just owns a lot cooler
he
stuff.
just
than
has
I
a
do.
lot more to waste it. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, thanks for listening.
Thanks a lot.
Take care.